Today is November 20th, 2014. Hello there. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Thank you for joining us today.
Hope you're doing well. It is a Thursday.
Yes,
It's going so
all day
fast,
long.
I can't keep up with it.
I know.
Thursday.
Here
All
we
right.
are already at Thursday.
And a quick reminder, if you're on Medicare and you want to change something on your Part D, you have now until until December 7th to get that done. So check out your changes at the weekdays at the Senior Center on East Ash Street. Weekdays from 9 a.m. until noon. You can do that sort of thing, okay?
Exactly right.
All right. Well,
I want to remind you that the Goldsboro Parks and Recreation is holding community campfires at the different park locations within the city. They've already held one at Mena Wheel. They've held one at Stony Creek Park, but tomorrow, the 21st, they'll be holding one at Fairview Park.
okay.
They start at, let me put my glasses on so I can see for sure,
Put your glasses on so you can see for sure.
at 8 o'clock.
8
They're from
o'clock.
8 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
It's free to the public. Community campfire. Join them at Fairview Park. They'll be making s'mores, singing by the campfire, just having a good old traditional campfire time.
Lots of kumbaya.
Lots of kumbaya.
Yeah, there you go.
So join them tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Fairview Park.
Okay, coming up tomorrow also at Goldsboro High School, a blood drive starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning at
Yep.
8 a.m. on the 21st of the month. There you go.
Exactly right. Let's see what else is happening.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. Today being the 20th, it is, today is the Great American Smokeout Day.
Is it?
It is. So if you've tried to give up partaking in tobacco products, today would be your day to try it.
There you go.
And if you don't make it, that's fine. Just try it again later on. It's like Samuel Clemens, Mark Twain, said, giving up smoking is the easiest thing he has ever done. The easiest he's ever done. He's done it 1,000 times, he said.
It's sticking with it this hard.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, we won't even go there. But anyway, today is the Great American Smokeout Day. Today is Name Your PC Day.
Okay.
Well, I did. I named my computer Rover, and every time I call it, I mean,
It does not come over?
It doesn't come over. Today is also National Peanut Butter Fudge Day.
Now that I like.
That I like.
And
All
you know
right.
what? There's a little place downtown called Emily's. Emily's Candy, relatively new place opened up, and they make homemade fudge.
You got to be
I'm
kidding.
not kidding, but we have to go see if they've got some of that. I bet
We're
they
going
might.
to do that. Yeah,
Right
we're
down
going to
Center
do that.
Street.
And today is also Use Less Stuff Day.
Okay. Put some papers down.
Okay.
Use less stuff.
Put some papers down.
Let's see.
Well, I would, but my PC doesn't come over here anyway, so it
I hear
doesn't
ya.
matter. Okay.
Reminding you, there's a Merry Market or a Christmas Bazaar with over 40 vendors.
Oh, that's bizarre.
It's going to be taking place at the First Presbyterian Church on Ash Street. Over 40 vendors. They've done this year after year.
Oh, yeah.
People from all over the community are coming, and they're a part of this Christmas Bazaar. Let's see, it'll be from 10 until 6 p.m. They have a lot of specialty items, very unique, and that's at 1101 East Ash Street this Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning until 6 p.m. Great holiday gift items.
The year was 1783. Jean-Francois Pelletier de Rossier and some other French guy, they made the first flight in a balloon. Balloon, look, it is a balloon, he said. Thus becoming the very first men to fly, period. They did this in a balloon this day, 1783. They flew nearly 6 miles around Paris. That's in not Paris, Texas. We're talking Paris, your France here. In 25 minutes, reaching an altitude of about 300 feet. It was quite an accomplishment. Ben Franklin, one of the spectators at that event, he was there. He was quite impressed. The flight came less than 6 months after the very first unmanned public balloon demonstration, and the year just a little after that, and we're very proud of this. The year was 1789. This is true. The 12th of the 13th colonies, and you know which one that was? North Carolina. Became the 12th colony became part of the United States of America. Tin Hut did so on this very day. We boast the brilliant red cardinal as our state bird, the graceful dogwood tree as our state flower, that's dogwood flower rather, and we lay claim to being the nation's largest producer of tobacco and textiles, Raleigh, of course, being the state capital. That is here in 1789. We officially joined the colonies to become not a colony, but a state.
That's exactly right. Good on North Carolina.
All right. Woo-hoo.
I believe it may be time, Wayne. Let's go visit some interviews.
Today we're talking with County Planner Connie Price. And Connie, thanks for being with us.
Yeah, good to be here.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing okay.
Okay, buddy. Let's see now. First of all, what does a county planner do?
Deal with land use issues throughout the county on the development of property, on what could go there, whether it be a mobile home park, a subdivision, a commercial building.
So a lot of zoning.
Yes, zoning. We have zoning in some areas of the county. Most of the county is not zoned, but we still have to deal with it for as stormwater runoff, for as solar farms, whether it's junkyards or adult entertainment places, those kind of places.
Okay. So you mentioned solar farms. So here lately, that's been there's been a lot of work done on solar farms here lately, and you keep seeing them pop up all over Wayne County.
Yeah, that's right.
Several of them in the area. In fact, all over eastern North Carolina, I see them popping up.
I think so. That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in Duplin County now, as a matter of fact.
Right.
So tell me about the solar farms. And I know the idea behind that is, of course, the energy of the sun producing electricity, and that electricity will be sold back to the power companies.
That's correct. They've got what they call solar panels.
Yeah.
That will take in that energy, convert it to electricity. That can be then put into the electrical grid, whether it's Duke Energy or Tri-County or whomever it may be.
Okay.
And then they will then buy that from that producer for a set rate. And it makes money for the producer because their fixed costs are up front when they put those panels in, but they don't have any ongoing costs other than maintenance.
Okay, and here of late, that's commissioners, your office and the commissioner's been working very carefully and diligently in order to make sure everything is right there. Is the final word on that?
Right. The commissioners adopted on this past Tuesday on the 5th, or Wednesday on the 5th, the ordinance that we would have that would regulate the placement and appearance of solar energy facilities, as we call them, throughout the county.
Solar energy facilities.
Right, solar farms, because they're not actually growing anything.
Oh, they're not growing those
things. As Kevin
things.
Johnson would say, they're not growing anything.
They're not growing anything.
So it's not a farm.
Okay, it's not a farm.
Right.
Kevin gets a little picky about things like that. He's funny like that.
Right, we try to keep him happy.
Try to keep him happy.
Right.
But we're not growing anything. So those things that are sitting out there are just solar panels. They don't grow, so they refract and reflect the sun.
That's right.
And store that energy.
Of course, we don't want them to reflect any sun rays.
Okay, now, and you know, that's a good point.
That's a problem for Seymour Johnson.
Now, that would be a problem.
Yes.
These panels are manufactured in such a way they do not reflect sunlight.
Right.
There's no glare coming off of these.
They want to absorb everything they can.
They want to absorb it all.
That's right.
That's right. Take it all in, and from there it's stored as electricity or converted to electricity.
It's converted to. They've got some kind of device out there that converts it to electricity that can be put into the wires that you see going down the road.
And stored and sold to the electric company.
Right, they have, I guess, a meter there.
Right.
And whatever passes through that meter, the power company will pay them for that so much, whatever the agreement is.
And I can't help but think that while this may not directly affect Wayne County citizens directly, it will indirectly in many ways.
It will, but it will help keep overall power costs down. You won't have to buy as much natural gas or coal or whatever because they're buying this electricity that's from the sun that we hope doesn't give out.
Well, we hope so.
That's right.
Anyway, we do hope.
Right, but the landowners, in most cases, the solar companies are not buying the land; they're leasing the land, and so the landowner is then able to lease it for a set amount of money for a 20-year lease at probably a higher rate than what they were getting if they were leasing it to grow something, to a farmer to grow a crop.
Right. Okay. Well, this benefits, of course, the landowner.
Right, and then of course, as far as the county would be concerned, it's taxed at a higher rate than what it would if it's farm use.
Right.
And so there'd be more taxes paid on that property than there would be if there's not one there. So
again, indirectly, all of Wayne County, the citizens of Wayne County will benefit in many ways.
Right, most people benefit. The purpose of the ordinance, though, is making sure, or try to make sure, we don't have some suffer because of one going next to their property and maybe possibly lowering their property values because it's next to that solar facility.
Yeah, there might be somebody who just doesn't want it next door.
That's right.
And
so what the ordinance does, it sets minimum setbacks for the panels from property lines, particularly from residential areas and churches. We've got a minimum distance off the road. Try to require some landscaping around the fence if it's next to a road.
yeah, those that I've seen are set way back.
Right, and if
the
all of
road.
them, I think if all of them are set way back,
Yeah.
you probably wouldn't have so much of an issue. But sometimes, as those sites that are back off the road
Yeah,
decrease in number, you'll have sites that are now up next to the road becoming more attractive.
right, okay.
And so,
Well, the ones that I've seen, there's one out on, well, there's one at Mount Olive just off of 117,
Right.
the bypass there. One out off North William Street that you can't even see from the road.
And there's some off of 70
Yeah,
east,
exactly.
out
70
toward Walnut
east.
Creek
Yeah.
that are back off the road. You really sort of have to look for
You
it.
have
as
to
you're
look for 'em.
Yes, right.
So what have you heard from the local the homeowners in the area? How do they feel about it? Are they accepting it?
I think they will. I think this will be something that will help them and protect their property values.
Good. That's good. All right. Now you mentioned the term. I want to change gears here a little bit. You mentioned the term setbacks. What are setbacks?
Setbacks are the distance that a building has to be from the property line.
Okay.
In most cases, we have them regulated either through the zoning ordinance or through the subdivision ordinance. We have in most cases, a 60-foot front setback. That'd be from the front of your house to your front property line. It'd be 60 feet.
From the property line to how far now?
To your front of your house.
From the front of the house to the property line,
Right.
and that's mandatory. That's
Right,
that's
60
got to be 60 feet.
Right. And then we have 10 on the side, 25 on the rear.
Okay, so you got to have that much space
To
in order to
build-
put a house there.
Right. So whatever is left, depending on the size of your lot, is where you can place your house.
Okay, all right.
And so it's designed for safety reasons, and also to allow, if you have a fire, the firefighters to be able to get into the backyard without having houses jammed up next to each other.
Yeah.
And also on the front yard, if the road needed to be widened at some point, it could be widened, and you still have some front yard
Still
left.
have some yard left. So it's 60 feet on the front, 25 on the back, 10
Right.
on each side.
That's right.
All right.
Now, what the commissioners did this week, they changed the setbacks for accessory buildings or structures that might not be the principal building.
Utility buildings,
Right, that's right.
chicken houses,
That's right. We chicken house, hog, whatever.
hog house, whatever.
That's right. We we were using the same setbacks for those as we did for the principal building, for the house or for the mobile home.
Okay.
And so, having a 25-foot setback, it meant that you sometimes had the storage building right up next to the house if it was a small lot.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what
'cause-
we changed it was like from 25 to 5 feet on the rear, and from 10 feet to 5 feet on the side.
Okay. So if two houses if the lots are equal, then the
Right.
houses would be 10 feet apart.
The houses would be, if the houses used the minimum setbacks, the
Yeah.
houses would be 20 feet apart, both of them having 10 feet.
Okay.
And then their storage buildings
I
could
see.
be 10 feet apart,
10 feet
both
apart.
of them using
I
5 feet.
see. Okay. Anyway, still wide enough to get a
That's right.
fire truck in.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Right,
so
that's
that
very
we
interesting.
think that'll work out. We've had a lot of, particularly in subdivisions where you have smaller lots,
Mm-hmm.
we'd had people that want to put up a storage building and then wind up having to put it 25 feet from their rear property
Yeah.
line and then maybe be on top of their septic tank.
And then be on the septic tank or right on the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Next to the house.
And with issuing building permits for accessory buildings, if it's a building that has a wall that's 12 feet or a height of 12 feet, it requires a permit.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the ones that we go out and inspect.
Okay.
If somebody puts up a 10 by 10 building, we don't inspect those, and those may get put right on the line, and people say, well, my neighbor down the street has a storage building right next to his line. Why can't I do mine? Well, because you're doing a 20 by 30 building, and he had a 10 by 10.
Right. We had Stephen Stroud in a few days ago,
Okay.
and he was explaining to us about how that works. If if the homeowner is building a 12 by 12 building or less,
Yes.
then there's no need to have it inspected,
Right.
unless they want to have it
That's right.
inspected. And you say, and I didn't realize that if it's 12 feet
Height.
height,
It's going to be height also.
12 feet also, okay, or less, it doesn't have to be.
That's correct.
12 by 12 by 12, it's okay, but at 12 by 12 by 15, it's got to be inspected.
That's right.
Okay. All right. All right. Now, moving on to something, one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Who determines and how is it determined what area is zoned, and how difficult is it to get something rezoned, say from residential to, or from commercial to residential, or vice versa?
The areas that we have zoned right now are around the schools and around the Wayne Executive Jetport and Seymour Johnson. And we have
So none of the other, those are the major zone areas, but
we
none
have-
of the others are
then we
zoned?
have one area out sort of northeast of Goldsboro near Raintree subdivision that is zoned, but in general, most of the county is not zoned.
Oh, okay.
If we wanted to, but if someone is in a zoned area,
Yeah.
their property might be zoned residential, they will change it to commercial to put up a business or something.
Mm-hmm.
They have an application they would fill out at our office. We would take it to the next planning board meeting. Planning board would consider it, whether it was appropriate for the neighborhood.
Right.
They would make a recommendation to the county commissioners. County commissioners, if they want to act on it, then we'll have to have a public hearing.
Uh-huh.
And that's where we would notify the adjoining property owners. We'll post a sign on the property. We will advertise in the newspaper. We'll advertise on TV.
Okay.
Of course.
So, yeah, oh, of course.
That's right.
Of course, on television. I mean, really.
Really. And then people will have a chance to come to the hearing
Yeah.
and speak their objections or say they support the change. The commissioners will, after the hearing, if there's no objection, they can act right then. Sometimes they'll wait a couple of weeks till their next meeting and act then.
All right. So, what would the same thing apply, say, for farm or agricultural use versus residential, or vice?
Well,
Or?
in counties, agricultural use is allowed in every zone.
Aha. Okay.
Whether we zone it residential, industrial, commercial, whatever, you can still farm and do any farm-related activities.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have to.
And livestock is considered farming.
Okay. All right. That, and I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that was it's sort of in state law now. Cities like Goldsboro or Mount Olive, they can regulate farming.
They can regulate.
We can say we'll have an agricultural zone around the perimeter,
Right.
but in town we're not going to allow any agricultural use in town.
Okay. So the city can do its own thing.
That's right.
Okay. Very interesting. I often wondered about that. I did. I wonder about a lot of different
Well,
things.
I
and that was
thought you
one of
did.
them. Yeah. All right. Connie, this is great information. Gee whiz, thanks for coming by.
Yep.
And if anybody has any questions,
Give us a
they
call.
can contact your office.
Right. And our number is 919-731-1650, and my email is connie.price@waynegov.com.
All right. Now, again, that telephone number is 919-731-1650.
Very good.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm listening here.
Okay.
1650, 731-1650. Connie Price, our county planner for Wayne County. I appreciate you coming in.
Good to be here.
Thank you, sir. Today we're out and about. We're talking with Catherine LeChot of United Wayne of Wayne County. United Way, Wayne County, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing great. Catherine, there's a lot of things going on now with United Way, especially this week.
Yes.
What's going on?
It's Days of Caring, and so this week we have a bunch of different volunteer opportunities for the community to participate in. And some of them are delivering Meals on Wheels, bringing food to the men's shelter at Salvation Army, and then something that's completely new this year is our United Day of Fitness. And that is happening on Saturday down at Power Flow Fitness on Walnut Street.
Oh, okay.
The address is 126 Walnut Street.
126 Walnut Street.
Yes.
And that would be...
It's between Center and John on Walnut.
Okay, East Walnut. Okay. Okay, that must be a new place.
Yes.
Okay, well...
It's relatively new,
Right.
and the owner is Trisha, and she has been very helpful in getting this set up. And we're also partnering with the Y, Go Wayne Go, and Goldsboro Pediatrics to put on this event.
That's great.
So you can come,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like a little station set up, and you can have your blood pressure checked. You can find out about classes going on at the Y. You can get some healthy recipes for the holidays.
Wow, okay.
And then you
Yeah.
can take a free Zumba class.
Really?
Yeah, you can come get your Zumba on Saturday.
All right. And that's this Saturday.
Yes.
All
and
right.
the Zumba will be happening at 10.
At 10 o'clock.
But the
okay.
event starts at 9, so you have time to kind of go around to each place and then see Power Flow Fitness.
All right, again, that's at 121?
126 East Walnut.
126 East Walnut Street. All right.
Yes.
And be there at 9 o'clock, and then at 10 you get a free Zumba class.
Correct.
Oh, boy. All right, now the Days of Caring started this past Monday.
Yeah, well, we had our
And-
first event on Saturday.
On Saturday, okay.
We were bagging dog and cat food for, with the Humane Society for needy dogs and cats.
Oh, okay. And it'll be going on all this week?
Yes,
But
and
now, what if you need something done after this week?
Okay, yeah, and this time of year, people start to maybe be more aware of opportunities in the community, but we need volunteers all year long.
All year long, they need volunteers.
Yes, and not just us, but our community partners and other nonprofits in the community. So we just encourage you to go to volunteerwayne.org. And there is a whole list of opportunities, ongoing opportunities. Like one, for example, is Meals on Wheels. They always need people who are willing to fill in for when their drivers, might have to be somewhere else that day. And so you can search by agency, you can search by type of need, you can, there's just all different kinds of things to see on there.
And unfortunately, there are some people who feel, well, I don't have time to put that much time into it, but you can put in as much or as little time as you like. Is that right?
Right. And like I said, there's ongoing activities, and then there's one-time activities, and then there's events like Taste of Wayne.
Right.
We had those opportunities on there, and it's for a short period of time. It happened to be on the weekend, so that works well for people who work, have those commitments during the week that they can't.
And again, that's volunteerwayne.org.
Correct.
All right. So if they can't finish, well, they can do that anytime. But there are other things that need to be done later on and during the holiday period. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So Days of Caring actually is this week. But
Correct.
if you wanted to do more, you can do more. They need volunteers. Volunteerwayne.org.
Correct.
And United Way of Wayne County.
Yes.
And you're at unitedwayne.org.
That is correct.
And you're also at 919-735-3591.
Yes.
Whoa.
Or you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/UnitedWayne. And Wayne, we have joined Instagram.
Have you really?
Yes.
Okay.
So our Instagram name is United Wayne. Huh, go figure.
Go figure. All right.
So like us or follow us.
That's right.
Follow us. I've been posting pictures of Days of Caring so far. So.
Have you really? Okay.
I mean, you might see your face on there. You never
I don't
know.
think so, no. I'm behind the camera.
But you're right here.
Oh, yeah, I get confused. Anyway, Catherine LeChot of United Way of Wayne County, thank you so much.
Thanks for coming by.
All right. And we're back on this Thursday edition of Wayne Goldsboro Television. That's WGTV Today.
Yes,
Today
it
is Thursday, right?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Have you heard about the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving they're having at the Arts Council?
That is great.
Well, that is this weekend.
Yeah, it is.
Looking for something fun to get your children in the Thanksgiving spirit? Well, look no further. The Arts Council of Wayne County is hosting a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving party Saturday, November the 22nd at 10 o'clock a.m. It'll last about 2 hours. Children are going to make beautiful holiday arts and crafts that they can take home. Afterwards, they're going to feast just like Charlie Brown and the gang did on your typical popcorn, buttered toast, jelly beans, and pretzels, all while watching that same show, a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
That noise you hear is my microphone that fell.
Uh-oh, Wayne's going to fix his mic.
I got to fix my mic. Go ahead. It's okay. It's all right.
It costs $10. That includes the supplies.
Whoops.
For more information and to register, give them a call at the Arts Council. That's 919-736-3300. Space is limited, so give them a call. That's this Saturday morning. A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It happens sometimes.
Well, you know, and that was a lot of noise there, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, birthdays today include Joseph Campanella. He's an actor. He's been around a long time. He's 80-something, 87, I believe, today. He was been in, I won't tell you what he's been in. He's just been in everything. 1927 he was born. Lawrence Luckinbill, the actor, 1934. Also a birthday today for Marlo Thomas. That's Danny's little baby girl, born this day, 1937. That makes her in her 70s. Yes, indeed. Juliet Mills is 41 today. Harold Ramis, the actor, born 1944. Goldie Hawn. I won't even try to give you her real last name, but it starts with a B.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, 1945 she was born. Lorna Luft was having a birthday today, born this day, 1945. Born this day, 1952, I'm sorry. She is a singer and actress and sister of Liza Minnelli.
Okay.
Lorna Luft, which means that she was Judy Garland's daughter.
Right.
Born this day, also 1956, Cynthia Rhodes. She was in Dirty Dancing and Flashdance. Nicolette Sheridan, the actress, born this day, 1963.
All right. Happy birthday if it's your special day.
Happy, happy.
I want to remind you, if you are interested in staying up to date with the construction that is happening downtown Goldsboro on both Center Street and Walnut down to Union Station, you can find out more information about that. Every 2 weeks, we do a streetscape update video with the project manager of these two projects. You can find all of those interviews right on our website at goldsboronc.gov. On your right, click on the Streetscape button. You love to mock me, don't you? Click on the Streetscape button.
I do it with love.
I know you do. I know you do. You can see all those interviews there. But we want to keep you informed on what's happening week to week right here in downtown Goldsboro. We also have 2 webcams where you can, from the comfort of your own home or computer, you can watch what's actually happening in real time. If you are asked to download something called Silverlight, it is a Microsoft program and it is legitimate. We have a webcam down on Paramount Theater from the rooftop. We also have one from the rooftop of City Hall, so you can see both angles, all from the comfort of your own home, live in real time.
And it's fun to watch. It really is fun to watch.
All right.
All right. Caregiver classes, East Point Geriatric is offering adult mental health specialties teams offering caregiver classes at the Seeger Senior Center. They're held on the 4th Monday of each month, beginning at 5:30 in the afternoon. Only goes for an hour. These hour-long classes geared for those who are caring for or have interest in the geriatric population. Classes are free of charge. 1 hour of continuing education will be given for each participant at the end of the class. November's class will be held, the next one will be held on the 24th, and today's the 20th, so that's coming up soon. I guess that's Monday.
That's right.
October's, well, never mind about October. Anyway, there's no charge for these. Age requirement for the class, no charge, no age requirement.
Perfect.
Anybody can attend. If you want more information, call Aaron at 919-705-1785, 919-705-1785, caregiver classes.
Don't forget, Friday night at the Paramount, you've got Jason Coleman. He's a pianist, a part of the Wayne Community Concerts. The Piano Magic of Floyd Kramer, and then Saturday night, Jimmy Fortune from the Statler Brothers.
All right, with the Kleenex brothers there, Jimmy Fortune. All right, we'll be back again tomorrow. Join us for our Friday edition of Wayne Goldsboro Television, WGTV Today. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.